I just wish that a lot of people could see this and really kind of take those messages away. Hello, welcome back. My name is Phil Marriott. I'm joined by Vickers and Rudolph. We are continuing the BFI Flare LGBTIQ Plus Film Festival, which kicked off this month, and Mama Gloria today, which is a documentary filmed by Luchina Fisher about a living legend, and I'm going to use those quotes because that's what she's called by so many people, rightfully so, I would say. Gloria Allen, born in 1945, and it's the story about her and her experiences. I love talking heads documentaries when they're done well, when the person that this documentary is about is as intriguing as this woman is and so important as this woman is.
Yeah, it was a good documentary. I was pretty enthralled throughout. It's the type of documentary that I like to watch. Very similar to what we were just talking about with Jump Darling. I really like the conversations that Gloria was having with the younger generation, and they were doing those, sit down and, we're creating a safe space and tell us your experiences and the snaps and all that. I thought that was just really good. And, it's honest. It's just an honest account of what it was like to be trans in her day and age. And what I liked about it was, there was conflict, but it wasn't all doom and gloom. So the fact that Mama Gloria had charm classes for trans women, so they didn't turn out to be hoochie mamas, quote, I thought was really cute. And I just enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really know much about Mama Gloria to begin with. I've heard of her before, but I've never sat down and did my history homework on everything that she's accomplished in her life. But I want to be that Mama Gloria in a home when I'm older. Someone put me up with a fabulous room and a scheduled meal plan and where I get to run around and be my old fabulous self. I am all about that. So I liked it. It was cute.
It's really funny because she was talking about the ballroom that she had attended back in the day, and she quoted RuPaul and said in this group of meeting with this LGBT, it's a youth centre, wasn't it, I think, for 14 to 20-year-olds. She says RuPaul couldn't light a match to us back then, because there's so much emphasis on RuPaul and what he's doing now, and I think it's great what he's done, obviously, and we love the shows. But I think people do need to look back and remember what it was like years and years ago, and the pioneers, the people that came through and really, championed the scene and were strong for everybody else and kind of paved the way for future generations. So I thought that was really interesting that it was an older person talking about her experiences, but still, like you say, Raz, just being really optimistic and really, really positive about everything.
You look at some old pictures, and some of RuPaul's drag was pretty busted before she had a team of people around her. So it's I love that comment too. That did make me laugh out loud.
I really liked it. These are the kind of documentaries that, as you mentioned at the top of the house, Phil, I love a good talking head when it's done properly. And, this is someone who, born in 1945 in Chicago, the way that their life has panned out, the stories and history that they have. And this is amazing that she has the ability to relay those stories to the legendary children and the next, and just to keep people on the straight and narrow. And I thought she was so charismatic and an amazing orator, just a brilliant speaker, so clear and concise and funny. And I love that. And I loved her story, like her grandmother used to sew for the other, for the ball scene and what at the time were called sissies. And that was just that was going on in our household. And, her grandma was saying, I've got to make the money. This is how you make the money. And it was just kind of weirdly normalized. And then, following Gloria's life through, getting married and, married in inverted commas and living with somebody and believing what life should be like for those 10 years she was with that chap. And then, I thought it was just amazing. I thought it was really rich, and it didn't meander too much, and it stayed true to what it was trying to do. There were some good references, I like the nod towards Marsha P. Thompson, all that kind of stuff. I think it was really well done, and I really enjoyed it. And I watched it with my husband and was like, she's just fab.
Yeah,
She's
she's
the kind
amazing.
of person that this is who you want in kind of a community. This kind of matriarch who's going to take you and make sure you're being looked after, and she really cared for the community in Chicago, and that was so evident.
You could totally see why she was admired so much and respected as a person as well, because there's that story of her struggle, which obviously they touch on the brutality and the problems that she faced growing up, and how people at school were violent to her. And it does go into that, but also there's that reunion scene where she meets up with her friends from school, and I just found that really endearing, because these people were treating her as a person without thinking of anything else. They were treating her for who she was as a person.
That whole story, Phil, about the water balloons had me howling.
Yeah,
I was just howling.
But I just was really touched by that, because these were true friends, and that, those were the sort of people that she had as friends for a reason, because they obviously respected her for who she was. And I just found that really touching.
Yeah, I totally agree. That whole scene was lovely. There was such a level of patience and acceptance and respect, especially around language. And I said that to my husband. I was like, it's so lovely to watch that whole scene around that kind of like large table of people just being just interested and respectful. And I thought that was amazing. And I do think there's something about wisdom in all of that, which is, you get to a certain age where you just realize that people are people and they're just trying to get on with it. They've got no malice or agenda. They're just trying to live their own authentic self and true lives. And I think that came through when they were having that kind of like reunion at that table. I thought that was a really, really lovely scene.
And one of her friends at that table was her prom date back in the day too. So I just think, I just wish that a lot of people could see this and really kind of take those messages away for how humans should behave and how people should be treated. I just thought it was a really nice, optimistic documentary that obviously did have a lot of trouble in there, because that was the troubles that she faced. But she was so strong and brave to kind of become stronger. And she does actually mention that. She mentions becoming a stronger person for trials and tribulations that she goes through.
And to think, how long ago that was and where we're at today, I don't think we've definitely made some progress, but it goes to show you there's a lot more progress to be made. And that's not going to get done unless there's more stories like this being told. So, I just really appreciate it as it's like this film is being a part of, gay history that it should be. I'm surprised it wasn't made earlier.
Yeah. And it is really impressive that they made, Philip Dawkins made the theatre play about the charm school, and Angel from Pose was one of the leads who played Mama Gloria. I mean, quite amazing, really. I mean, just a very rich tapestry, a very rich story. I love those kind of things where it's, she's lived a life and she's happy to talk about it and pass on her wisdom. So I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah,
me too. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I thought it was a really good person to put the spotlight on as well. And again, an important documentary that a lot of people should see. It's a 4-star for me. 4 stars review.
It's a 4 from me.
And it's a 4 from me.
Fours across the board.
4s across the board.
So it's Mama Gloria. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. See you next time, guys. We'll do another movie review for the BFI London Film Festival. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.